Hello everyone, this is Jason from ECMAP support. In this micro TV, I will introduce the external data service for IBM Content Navigator. I will cover the following topics. First of all, I'll introduce what is external data service. Second, where external data service can be implemented. And then show you the external data service architecture and the data flow. Finally, introduce the external data service register protocol specifications. Let's move on. What is the external data service? To customize field properties and manage property behavior in Content Navigator, we can create external data service to get the data from external source through the REST protocol. The advantage is you don't need to modify the source code in Navigator to customize the properties and the values in the user interface. All of them are brought from the EDS. The disadvantage is it has minor performance impact, and if you encounter the EDS issue, you may need to do troubleshooting on the EDS service side. Next topic, where EDS can be implemented. In this slide, you can see EDS can be implemented in the Finite P8, IBM Content Manager, and the Content Manager on-demand repositories. For Finite P8 and the Content Manager repository, it can be implemented when you add documents and folders, check in documents, modify properties by selecting a document or in viewer, using entry templates and so on. For on-demand repository, it can be implemented when you control search folders, control fields in Add Document panel and Edit Properties panel. For the details, please refer to the same information in our official documentation. Then I'll introduce the EDS architecture and data flow. When an EDS is implemented for a certain action or property, the service is invoked when a business user interacts with that item in the web client. The following diagram shows how an external data service submits and returns the request. The external data service works by using two services, which is the application developer needs to create. A getObjectType service to get a list of all classes, item types, or workflow information that the external data service needs to handle. An updateObjectType service for each class to get the current attributes or values and return that information in the response payload. The external data service is invoked when a user opens a certain dialog box or tries to set a value on a property in the user interface. The middle tier service sends a request payload to the EDS, which interrogates the external data source for the requested information about the classes and attributes. The information from the response payload is then merged with the underlying information in the repository that you are using, for example, IBM Content Manager or Finite P8. Let's move to the next topic, EDS Register Protocol Specifications. You will understand the specifications for the object type request, the particular object type request, and the response that you need to create for each request. The object type resource represents the classes, item types, workflow step processors, or workflow in basket filters to get for the external data service. It uses the get method to get a list of object types for the external data service. The particular object types resources represents the properties for which property value are obtained from an external data service. The EDS Register protocol calls the POST method to resources when an item is created or a property is modified. Then the service returns the required information in the response to the POST request. For more details, you can refer to our Information Center link below. Okay, finally I'll show you what I will introduce in the future. I will take some time to introduce the simple EDS in IBM Content Navigator and how it is deployed and used. Also, choose some classes to introduce, include how to create in repository and show you the JSON files for object type and its resources. And if you have any interested topic, please reply in our ECM support YouTube channel, and we will see if we can do some Micro TV you are interested at. Finally, thank you for watching this Micro TV.